I said, yeah. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm writing songs. He said, so am I. Can I come in? And he came in with his guitar around his neck, and we sat like this, cross-legged, on Japanese mats. I had Japanese mats in my bedroom, but I was a little crazy because I had a brass Victorian bed on Japanese mats. This kid that I was crazy. So he sat down and I sat down and I said, what have you got? And this is how we used to do it. He would come, I would see him, he would see me, and he'd try one of his songs out, and I would try one of my songs. And he said, I've got this. Old and Tunji, burying his mind in the dark with a pipe full of clay. What can you say, old and Tunji? I said, who is Old and Tunji? Oh, it's a book I'm reading, said Paul. This song would become, as you know, Eleanor Rigby picks up her rice in the church where the wedding has been. And that's how it was. We we're writing songs, we songwriters, but the words are not there yet. So anything will happen in the song. I played him a couple of mine, and he said, I've got this song. I'm looking for one line. I'll come round here to see whether you can help me. I said, all right, Paul, what have you got? He said, it goes like this. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. He said, it's a kid's song, and you, Donovan, are the boss of the children's songs. He said, it's for Ringo, but I can't finish the song. John has put a couple of lines, and I said, all right, what is the space? What's the line you don't have? He said, well, this bit, la la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Can you think of anything? I said, give me a minute. It's Paul McCartney asking me to write a bit of his songs. So I said, hang on. I go to the bedroom. I come back with the guitar and I say, sky of blue and sea of green in our yellow submarine. And he said, that's it. The song's finished. And then the doorbell rings. Ding dong. Who the fuck is there now? Your Edgware Road is completely empty. The birds are singing. In London on a Sunday, nobody is around. Just me and Paul in a flat in Edgware Road, writing songs. We go to the door. I open the door. It's a young policeman. English, Bobby, you understand. Paul comes up. He leans over my shoulder and looks at the Bobby, and the Bobby sees Paul and goes, oh, it's you, Mr. McCartney. And the policeman comes to attention and salutes. I look at Paul and I say, is this how it is with you guys? He said, yeah, in our band, we're like royalty now. And the young policeman said, is that your car down on the street, Mr. McCartney, with one wheel on the pavement and the other three in the road? I said, yeah. And the door opened and the radio playing, yeah. Oh, well, if you give me the keys, Mr. McCartney, I'll park it for you. And I said, this is crazy for you. He said, yeah, it is. So he gives him the keys. And that's when we shut the door and Paul sits down again. And he says, when this sock record is released, the Yellow Submarine for Ringo, we got to have a party. And then the doorbell rings And it's the copper again, gives the keys to Paul, and it's empty. London is empty in a summer day in 1966, and it's all about sky of blue, a sea of green, in a yellow sun.